Kansas Public Schools have had a security department for more than 40 years. Officers have worked in the schools in a security role, maintaining the peace and order, and working with the students, faculty, the parents, and trying to keep an orderly school environment. Transitioning from a security department to a police department is significant in a number of ways. The officers receive a complete level of training that is police law enforcement related, that gives them skills to use the state laws and statutes, as well as best practices for being able to maintain safety and order.
As a campus security officer, transitioning to a police officer, we do a lot of the same things. We are just more highly trained.
I think that's such an important piece that we've added that kind of training. The other part, though, of course, quite clearly, is having people that are armed who understand the responsibility of being armed in a school environment.
Going back to the school that I originated from, a lot of them didn't even know we weren't carrying weapons because they saw us in that police role.
It was not intended to just arm our officers with a weapon, but arm them with information and skills.
The academy, and it should have, it focused a lot on the academics, really teaching us the fundamentals of the law, teaching us what it means to be a police officer.
We have a lot of studying that we had to do there. You know, it's mostly books, you know. We had our physical moments at times, but it's more of an academic type academy.
You know, being able to have an officer in the schools instead of having, you know, to call the police department and maybe waiting for a response, but just having someone here, I really think it enhances safety.
When something happens involving one of our students, the goal of the police department is to work with the faculty on what is the best way to handle that individual student, that situation, to have the best long-term success for both the student and for the school itself in terms of keeping and maintaining that orderly environment. The concept is dealing with the students as part of our community. Each school is its own community. We have the students who come there each year, obviously depending on what grade level, but high school, whether they're freshmen through their senior year. That's 4 years of an opportunity to work with those students, to get to know them.
Each officer in a middle school or a high school has at least one elementary school under them. And we visit our grade schools a lot more, so we're becoming really close with the grade school kids. So when I go places, even when I'm off duty, they're like, hey, there's my Officer Thomas right there. He's my officer. And it feels real good because as they grow older, they're growing older with their police officers in the school, and we can give them a bit of advice on what to do and what not to do, because there's so many different paths that they can go under, and we just want to help guide them in the right direction.
It's not only about maintaining the safety of the school, but it's also being a mentor to the kids, and it's also, you know, being an educator as well. Sometimes they want to know about the rules, they want to know about laws and stuff like that, and sometimes it is good to educate them on those type of things. So sometimes it does provide an opportunity to have those type of conversations with the kids and help them.
And it's that kind of personal relationship where our officers are able to convey their genuine care and concern for the well-being of the students. And the students respond to that. They like that. They understand that they're there as a support mechanism and someone who genuinely is looking out for their best interest. Those same officers have those skills with the parents of the students. They know, the parents know that when an issue does come up that involves one of our campus police officers, they know the officers there looking out for the best interest of their child.
Well, the students are a lot like family with us. Here, we're kind of like the uncles or the aunts. We're not the parents, but when they have a lot of problems, they come and they talk to us.
Being here with them every day, and you get a relationship with them. And these relationships are very important because it helps me as a police officer prevent things from happening in the school. When you get a relationship with the kids and you're approachable with them, a lot of the times they'll come and they tell you things that they think might be unsafe or that they think you can help with, and that information helps me.
If you've already established that rapport with the students, it's kind of like, you know, they come up to you and they hug you, they miss you, they recognize the new uniform, they appreciate the work that you've done, and I think ultimately the kids feel safer.
As a transition from security to a police department, we can now say confidently that our schools are safer, and that we've made steps at the direction of Dr. Lane and the support of the school board to make all of our schools a safer environment than they were just last year. And we will continue making strides. Each week we're making steps and strides with training and adding personnel that's going to make that safety increase, and we'll continue to grow into the future.